What's up, guys? So a bit of a different setting today. I'm out here supporting one of our athletes, Lynn, who's actually based in Glasgow. So obviously we're all online. So yeah, sometimes when we get the chance to meet up with people, we do. But obviously with Lynn, it's a bit easier. So we're here at a race in Glasgow, this spring regatta, and I'm just waiting for a race to start. And typical coach things, just a bit nervous. Normally can't really do much when you're a coach to take your mind off things, so I thought I'd just make a quick video. I've got like 5 minutes until she'll be heading down, so this will be a short one. I just thought relevant, and sorry that it's windy as well. It's Strathclyde Park, so there's a wind. It's a rule. So I don't know how if you're gonna be able to hear this shit. Just one thing we were talking about before the race, and one thing I wanted to make the video about was just what should you be thinking about in general, but a bit more race specifically. And that's about your own performance and how you can get the most of it. And just sort of, I think, a simple hack on how you can view what you should be focusing on, what you should be thinking on, and basically, especially in the single, it leaves quite a lot of room to, I'm going to put the camera quite close to my face here so you can hear. But where people go wrong is before a race, they're thinking about what everybody else is going to do, what their competition's going to do, are they faster than them, how has their winter gone, what speed were they there, I beat them in this head race, they beat me in that one, well, I've been training faster, my erg scores are a little bit quicker now, so maybe I'm going to beat them there, but maybe they're rowing better, and oh, my catches are better, oh, but I got ill a couple weeks ago, or whatever it is. All these thoughts are directed towards what someone else is doing, and it doesn't fucking matter. Pardon my French, but the thing with rowing is you have a lane and no one else is going to come into it. Like what someone else does not affect how you're going to race. Yeah, okay, maybe a bit of wash sometimes, but even then, like, you're always going to get somebody who's going to sprint off the start and wash you down. So that doesn't matter. And just some specific tactics on how you can go about improving this. Classic Glasgow. You're never that far from Buckfast, a Buckfast cap, which is Scotland's preferred beverage of choice. Lynn's going to be coming down, so I need to wrap this up. But okay, quick hack, quick tip: don't talk about your competition. Literally, just don't speak about them. The very controllable thing you can do is to just avoid negative language. So don't say, oh, I'm worried about what they're doing, or I wonder what speed they're gonna be at. Like, just don't say it. You can be thinking about it, and that's fine. These thoughts, they will come into your mind, and you can't avoid that. But what you can avoid is speaking it. So just number one, stop speaking about your competition. Literally, just okay, and speak positive words into existence. So talk about, I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to focus on the specific thing. Don't just say, I'm going to focus on rowing well, because that's an outcome. Focus on what's going to allow you to row well. So what have you been working on technically that's going to let you row well? For Lynn, for example, that's been squaring early. So she's going to focus on squaring earlier in the race, not focusing on the outcome of squaring early, which is a better catch. Don't say, I'm going to focus on having good catches. Good catches are an outcome. Focus on what gets you the good catch. And then last, kind of the second point, I'll wrap it up after this, but is focus, like, just think about it for what it is, and try and force yourself to get excited about the race. Like, there's the nerves and there's the pressure, especially in the single, and you will not be able to avoid that. If you can just think about how this is something you've chosen to do, how it's very, it's a privilege that you get to do it, and appreciate it for what it is, because you'll never forget these sort of races that you go and do. I can remember pretty much every race I ever did, and it's an exciting thing. And now as a coach, I know I don't really have in my life anymore, and you know, you'll never forget them. So I think if you can, just also try and actively appreciate them for what they are, and get excited in the moment. You can appreciate it in hindsight, but in the moment it can be quite hard to. So really, yeah, just force yourself to do that. Okay, and a third bonus, I know I said I was just going to do 2 bonus point, and again I'm going to swear again, but no one gives a fuck. No one cares about your race. I was speaking to Alan, one of our coaches who went to the Olympics, and he was talking about how even after a couple of days, like your friends, family, all your close ones are super happy for you. Even after a couple of days after the Olympics, people move on with their lives. So I'm not saying, you know, because you're not at the Olympics that it's different. I'm saying that even at the biggest races that you think are these super important things, no one cares. Do it for yourself. Like, no one's going to care if you have a good race or a bad race. What's important is, what are you getting out of it? And I always think the best way best thing to aim to get out of a race is did you do everything you could in that race to make yourself go as fast as possible, and just always have that as the aim. I think that's the most fulfilling thing for any sort of race. And you know, like what I literally used to do to help with this on the start line, when we'd be sitting like ready, like doing the attention, going, having that kind of nervous pause, I would literally just in my head, and I got this from a rapper actually who would talk about it before a concert, how he would help with nerves and not caring, and he just kept in his head, kept saying, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, just kept saying that in his head. And it kind of just helps ward off all these thoughts and all these crazy emotions that will be going on before the race. But yeah, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe.